Welcome back to the Scottish Football Roundup, bringing you all the action from the weekend's fixtures in the William Hill Championship, League 1 and League 2. Coming up, Championship leaders St Johnstone leave it late against Queen's Park, Accies impress at home to fellow League 1 promotion hopeful Stenhousemuir, and James Dolan's late strike sees Stranraer to a dramatic victory in League 2. Let's kick off in the south side of Glasgow, where Queen's Park welcomed St Johnstone.
So there's always a chance.
Yeah, it's Queen's Park who get on the front foot first of all, and Toby Stewart just folds. Josh McPake shows for him, checks back and uses Rhys McAleer back with McPake. He'll send that one across right footed, and it's an early big opportunity for St Johnstone. It was the head of Kai.
I think some teams fall into the trap of doing and letting Saints have that possession unchecked. They're really trying to harry St Johnstone in any way they can, and there you go.
That's off the crossbar. Toby Stewart changed things. I think that felt like a bit of a gamble on Tuesday night. It almost came back to bite our bums. Chance here for Saints though. It's Kai Fotheringham, and St Johnstone into the lead. Fotheringham with his second goal for St Johnstone.
And go for his right foot rather than his left there, and his little toe poke didn't generate enough power.
Josh Fowler on the attack here for the home side though, and it's fine play by the front man and a fine finish to send his side level. Opportunity's quick for St Johnstone, but St Johnstone need to overcome that. Oof, that's Jason Holt's tackle breaks for Shields. It's a long ball into the box, falls for Josh Fowler, who skies his effort under pressure, but
Uche Ekpiezu.
it's a great save, and we did speak about being superb, like I've said a number of occasions.
Yeah, and he's deserved the praise. Not giving Saints an inch.
Gullen finds McPake to dink inside, and St Johnstone are sent into a 2-1 lead by that man, Josh McPake.
Raith Rovers returned home after last weekend's trip to Airdrie when they welcomed Arbroath. Good work down the right, presenting Jack Hamilton with an early chance, which he couldn't convert. While Arbroath's first effort at goal would come from long range. Midfielder Finlay Marshall having a crack from distance and seeing his effort rattle the Raith crossbar. Into the second half, and Raith would threaten from an early corner kick. 47 minutes gone when Dylan Easton's cross found Paul Hanlon to poke home at the back post. Neat passing play through the midfield would present Rovers' next opening in the 65th minute. Easton again the provider, with Richard Chin's dinked effort doubling the advantage. Rovers played some slick stuff throughout the second half and went in search of a third goal. Neat hold-up play from Easton to lay one off for Scott Brown, whose strike skewed just wide. But Raith's persistence would eventually pay dividends. 88 minutes on the clock when an attack down the right saw Kai Montague lay one on for Hamilton to cap off an excellent home display. Rovers getting back to winning ways in some style. It didn't take long for this meeting between Dunfermline and Thistle to spring into life. A free kick in the first minute breaking to Tony Watt, who fired the Jags in front. But Dunfermline would respond well and quickly create an opportunity to equalise. Striker Chris Kane going through on goal, but his shot well saved by Joshua Clark. The home side continued to threaten every time they went forward. More good work in the attacking third, seeing the ball sent across the face of goal, with no takers in black and white. And following a good period of play from the hosts, Thistle would show their class on the 10-minute mark. Logan Chalmers picking the ball up and unleashing an unstoppable strike for 2-0. Dunfermline didn't lose hope despite being 2-0 down and would have a good chance to pull one back soon enough. Jefferson Casares' strike hitting the crossbar. But having gone close to pulling one back, Casares would find himself in bother on 44 minutes. The Peruvian being shown a red card by referee Duncan Nicholson after an altercation with Dan O'Reilly. Thistle would push to hammer home the advantage after the break. Only some brilliant last-ditch defending from Dunfermline keeping the away side at bay in this exchange. Aidan Fitzpatrick is often a threat down the left flank for Thistle. The winger picking the ball up and working an angle to shoot here, with Billy Tyrrell making a brilliant flying save. The chances kept on coming for Thistle in the second half. Midfielder Robbie Crawford going for goal here, but goalkeeper Tyrrell with good work to keep it out the net. Thistle would continue to push hard to extend their lead late in the day. Another opening appearing for Crawford, with the midfielder again denied as Tyrrell's goalkeeping ensured it ended 2-0. Ayr hoped to follow up a midweek win over Dunfermline when they welcomed Airdrie to Somerset Park. A counter-attack in the 3rd minute, seeing the ball end up at the feet of Ethan Walker, who found the net for Ayr. And the honest men's positive start would continue. Walker being picked out in the box and denied his second by Matty Connolly. But the home side would build the attack once again, with a cross finding the head of Mark McKenzie, who scored on 6 minutes. The attacking play was relentless from Ayr United early on. Marco Roos's cross finding the head of McKenzie, whose effort rattled the crossbar. But soon enough, McKenzie would find himself in behind the Airdrie defence. Another ball from Roos on 22 minutes, with McKenzie providing the finish for 3-0. Having been second best for much of the first half, Airdrie would get a lifeline on 28 minutes, when Lewis McGrattan swept home to pull a goal back. Though Ayr were determined to restore their 3-goal lead and would find themselves on the front foot once again on 39 minutes. A cross from the right being headed home by Jamie Murphy to make it 4-1. Into the second period, and Charlie Telfer would show his class on 59 minutes. The midfielder reducing the arrears with a sublime free kick. As the rain lashed down in Ayrshire, the home side were on the hunt again for a goal. A header from Roos producing a fantastic save from Connolly to tip it onto the crossbar. And the crossbar would play its part again to deny Ayr United soon enough. A curling, looping strike from Walker, rattling the top of the woodwork as it remained 4-2. Ayr continued to ask questions of the Airdrie defence, with diamond stopper Connolly making another fine stop late in the day as it ended 4-2 at Somerset Park. Ross County travelled to Capello, still awaiting their first league win of the season. A cross ball from Connor Randall being pounced upon by Kieran Phillips after it stayed in play. He cut it back to Scott Fraser, who was fouled and won a penalty kick. 18 minutes on the clock when Ronan Hale stepped up to take. James Storer getting a hand to it, but unable to keep it out the net. A well-struck free kick from Cammy McPherson would see new signing Trevor Carson called into action in the county net. Morton were building momentum as the first half wore on. Fullback Zach Delaney seeing a cross break for Kerr Robertson, whose effort was inches away from levelling the scores. Into the second half, and Morton continued to push for a leveller. Aaron Comrie seeing a cross break in the 6-yard box for Robertson, who found the net and seemingly levelled the scores before referee Dan McFarlane ruled it out for an offside. But Morton would get another big chance from a corner on 73 minutes, with Cameron Blues coming alive in the box to equalise. Late in the day, it was Morton pushing hard to grab the winning goal. Patient play from Michael Garrity in the county box, with the winger picking out Tommy Adeloy with a cross, who was denied by an outstanding save from Carson. And County would have a chance of their own to clinch the points late on. Hale going through, but unable to finish from a tight angle, as it ended level in Inverclyde. Let's take a look at the latest standings in the William Hill Championship. Josh McPake's late goal sees St Johnstone continue to build momentum at the top, while back-to-back victories sees Ayr United jump up to 5th place. Now we head to the Highlands, where Cally Thistle welcomed East Fife. Cally came into this one aiming for their 8th consecutive win in all competitions. A brilliant ball from Louis Longstaff being headed home by David Wotherspoon for 1-0 inside 17 minutes. The home side made an excellent start in this one and were quickly pushing for another goal. This header from Alfie Stewart well held in the end by goalkeeper Rory Adams. A corner kick would present Cally Thistle's next big chance. Callum MacLeod seeing his header bounce across the face of goal, with no one able to steer it home. Despite having been under the cosh for the majority of the first half, East Fife would have a chance to equalise on 43 minutes. Former Cally man Nathan Austin popping up to silence the home crowd. But Cally would push to restore their 1-goal lead after the break. 62 minutes gone when Wotherspoon linked up with Stewart and produced a fantastic finish for 2-1. Some of Cally's attacking play was excellent in this match. Good running from Liam Soule down the left saw the ball cut back to Stewart on 65 minutes. His deflected effort finding the top corner. Longstaff grabbed headlines last weekend with an exceptional strike from his own half. The midfielder trying his luck with this shot from the corner of the box and going mightily close. Cally kept on attacking right till the end of the game, with a through ball deep in added time sending Alfie Babbage through, with the striker slotting home to make it 4-1. 8 wins in a row for a red-hot Cally Thistle side. Accies were aiming for back-to-back league wins when they hosted Stenhousemuir at Broadwood. Ollie Shaw seeing a header well held by Darren Jameson early in the game. And Shaw would be handed another chance to score thanks to a brilliant pass from Kyle MacDonald on 25 minutes. A delicate finish from the striker giving Accies the lead. The home team continued to put their opponents under pressure throughout the first half. MacDonald picking the ball up outside the box and seeing an effort well saved. Accies played some neat stuff over the piece at Broadwood. The home side with persistent attacking play here, with a chance eventually cropping off in the corner of the box. Kevin O'Hara with the strike, which went narrowly over the top. And the home side would continue to push in search of a second goal. 82 minutes on the clock when Shaw played a neat ball across the area to O'Hara, who picked out the top corner this time round. A brilliant afternoon's work for John Rankin's side. Peterhead were aiming for their first league win since August when they welcomed Alloa to Balmoor. Max Barry giving them the perfect start with a goal inside 10 minutes. And the Blue Toon would be handed a big chance to double their lead soon enough. Slack play at the back from Alloa, seeing Seb Ross intercept a pass before laying one on for Kieran Shanks to double the lead in the 19th minute. But having gone 2 behind, Alloa would begin to show their attacking intent. "24 minutes gone when a looping effort from Curtis Roberts would hit the crossbar, with Stephen Buchanan on hand to turn the ball home. Peterhead's next chance would fall to defender Aaron Steele from a free kick. The centre-back doing well to work a shooting angle, but steering just off target. Alloa would go close to an equalising goal when a free kick picked out Calvin Orsi on the left. The winger being denied by strong hands from Blue Toon keeper Jack Newman. And Orsi would have another big chance before half-time when a flick on from Luke Donnelly found the winger in space, but again the Peterhead stopper making a big save. The second half was one of fewer clear-cut chances, but Peterhead would see a speculative effort from range go close to making it 3-1. Dylan Forrest's strike not far away as it ended 2-1 to Peterhead. An in-form Montrose side built up Queen of the South to Angus. The home team going close early on when Kieran Freeman's cross was nodded just wide by Blair Lyons. Queens would have their first real sight of goal when Freddie O'Donoghue went through on goal and found the net, with the goal being ruled out for a handball in the build-up. Into the second period, and Queens would have a good chance to take the lead thanks to a smart pass from Brennan Dickinson. Jack Stott being denied by Cammy Gill in the end. But soon enough, Montrose would create a big chance of their own. 61 minutes gone, when Lewis Gibson swung in an inch-perfect ball, which Graham Webster stabbed home. The home side were buoyed by their opening goal and quickly pushing for another. Tenacious play from Lyons, winning the ball back in the Queen's box. Terry Masson hitting the post. But Montrose kept on pushing and would have another big opening in the 73rd minute. Lyons with neat feet before his shot cracked the crossbar, with Freeman there to finish. Despite being 2-0 behind, Queens continued to battle and hadn't given up on salvaging a late turnaround. A neat pass into the box, being slammed home by Dickinson on 81 minutes. Montrose, though, were keen to try and kill the game off completely late in the day. Connor May doing well to pick out Webster with his ball across the box, with the shot rattling the crossbar as it ended 2-1. Kilty Hearts went to the Balmoral Stadium in search of a first league win since August. They would be handed a chance to score inside 2 minutes when Rico Diak won a penalty kick. Ennis Murray stepped up to take, and wrong-footed Robbie Much for 1-0. Neat play in the final third would see Cove Rangers create their first real opening. Mitch Megginson with good work to find an angle, but the strike sent over the top in the end. Into the second half, and Cove would continue to create chances in hopes of levelling the scores. Lewis O'Donnell driving inside and going for goal, denied though by Ryan Adamson. Cove continued to have the better of the attacking play early in the second half. Another big chance coming when Megginson broke through, only to be denied by Adamson, with David Egwabor unable to finish on the follow-up. Cove would create more opportunities throughout the second period, but would be punished for their missed chances in added time. Joseph Teasdale capitalising on a loose touch, driving for goal and putting the seal on victory for Kelty Hearts. Here's a look at how things currently stand in William Hill League 1. Cally Thistle surged to the top of the table with an emphatic win over East Fife, while Montrose leapfrog Queen of the South and move up to 5th following their win at home. Now we head north to Elgin, where the Black and Whites welcome Spartans. A free kick on 32 minutes would see Elgin take the lead in Murray, with Ross Draper supplying the finishing touch. Spartans would respond well to going behind and pressed for a leveller before half-time. A good move down the left in first half stoppage time, being capped off by a Mark McNulty finish for 1-1. And the away team would continue to build positive momentum after the break. A brilliant low cross on 59 minutes, being steered home by McNulty to take the lead. Spartans continued to press for more throughout the second period and would create a great chance on 80 minutes after running the ball high up. Mark Stow being played in on goal and slotting home for 3-1. But Elgin hadn't given up and would attack their opponents again late in the day. The home team doing well to work the ball forward, with Josh O'Connor showing his creative abilities, laying one on for Ryan Sargent on 88 minutes. 3-2 Spartans the final score. Annan Athletic welcomed East Kilbride to Gallagher. Just 3 minutes on the clock when slack play from EK was punished by Annan, with Xander Craig sweeping home the opener. And the home side would again capitalise on loose passing from East Kilbride early on. The ball breaking wide to the right, with a cross finding its way to Aidan Smith, who went close. Well, on 12 minutes, a free kick from Wally Gibson would send Paul Smith in behind the Kilby defence, with the midfielder doubling the advantage. Annan kept on creating chances early on, Smith seeing this effort well saved by Freddie Owens in the East Kilbride net. But the away team would respond midway through the first half. A corner kick routine on 31 minutes, seeing the ball break in the Annan box, with Jamie Hamilton scoring to pull one back. Soon enough though, Annan would have a chance to restore their 2-goal advantage. Tommy Muir's header finding Craig in space, who was denied his second by Owens. Into the second half, and Annan were soon on the attack again. Paul Smith with a brilliant run down the left before playing a teasing ball across goal, with no one able to score. East Kilbride's next sight of goal would come through Jack Healy. The winger with some industrious play down the left and getting an eventual crack at goal, which veered off target. A free kick situation would bring about a big chance for East Kilbride to score. Mick Kennedy's side hitting the crossbar and unable to finish in a penalty box scramble. But a difficult day would become even more so for East Kilbride in added time. Defender Jordan McGregor being shown a straight red card for an off-the-ball incident. And with East Kilbride down to 10, Annan would push hard for another goal. Into the 3rd minute of added time, when striker Muir pounced upon a mistake at the back to wrap up Annan's first league win since the opening day. Clyde travelled to Forth Bank, hoping to continue their recent hot streak. Kyle Connell doing well to create the game's first chance, but rolling his effort wide of the post. While Stirling's first big opportunity would come from a low ball in from the right-hand side. Robbie McNabb doing well to turn and get a shot away, but hitting the post. It was an end-to-end affair in the first period, with chances popping up for both sides. Clyde the next to threaten, with James Hilton seeing a strike hit the side netting. But the Bully Wee continued to knock at the door at the tail end of the first period. 41 minutes gone, when Connell found Marley Redfern, who opened the scoring. And Clyde weren't settling for a 1-goal advantage heading into the break. They would push for another on the stroke of half-time, with Hilton's first-time finish doubling the lead. Clyde's positive attacking play would continue into the second half. Redfern playing in Hilton for an early chance, with the winger denied by a good save from Derek Gaston. Ross Cunningham was once a Clyde player, and he would get a chance to score against his former side in the second half. His strike on the turn, drifting just wide of the post. Stirling continued to turn up the heat as they pushed for a way back into the game. Cunningham again with the effort at goal, this one clipping the top of the crossbar. Clyde would have a good chance to make it 3 on the counter-attack. Connell with excellent running and balance to stay on his feet. The shot though, well saved by Gaston. But Connell would turn provider for Clyde in the 65th minute. His cutback found Redfern, who kept cool and made it 3-0 to the Bully Wee. A well-timed through ball would send Christopher Eadie through for the home side. The Rangers' low knee though, unable to find a way past Jay Hogarth. Clyde though would continue to foray forward in the hunt for a fourth. Into the 82nd minute, when Scott Williamson danced inside and produced a stunning finish. There would be some positivity for Stirling late in the day though. 88 minutes on the clock when Cunningham's cross was touched home by Russell McLean for 4-1. And McLean would again be in the thick of things just a minute later. Stirling with good play to present a chance for their striker, who managed to force home from close range to make it 4-2. Clyde though, making it 5 wins in a row in all competitions.
McManus into Dolan. Dolan goes into the box.
Good effort.
Good effort for McManus. Free kick.
And in actual fact, I'm surprised they booked the player then for deliberate handball.
Cross comes in, it's
Oh,
dangerous.
look at that. Oh, that's a
And
good save.
What a save by Josh Lane. You know, I think now here come Dumbarton again in from the left. Good movement.
Oh, good.
And that is a real miss for Ali Roy, you have to say. Livingston with the ball at his feet on the left. Now Ali Roy bursts through.
Oh, that's good play.
My heart bleeds for them. The
Yeah,
Dumbarton fans
a
saying
Dumbarton
they need a
fan
goal.
looking for a goal. Yeah, he didn't specify which team for.
And you know what? Lane did well again there. Call
that was
Stephen
a
for it.
side,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
If we can get a decent ball
Good
here.
spot. BJ Call in a bit of space. Sends it low into the box. Dolan.
Oh, that's a penalty. Has to be.
Yeah. The 38th minute. Russell steps up. And
he's missed it.
Saved initially.
And it's there for
and
the
he buries
rebound.
the rebound. So Mark Russell
Great follow-up.
scores at the 38th minute to put Stranraer ahead. This one's lower. It's probably more effective here as Russell.
No, great
Evades
play
a couple of
again.
challenges,
Go
keeps
on.
going.
Hit it.
Oh,
and
and
it's
that
just wide.
skims right past the far post. Free kick sent in.
But that's-
Oh, and that is not far away. In comes the corner. Looks like Johnson. And
Oh, that's got to be in.
that's poked home. And again, moments lapse for BJ Cole. That results in Mark Dunnan poking the ball home from Chris Johnston's corner. And the lead is thrown away effectively. Coming into another frustrating afternoon for Stranraer. Here's Livingston on the ball on the left for Dumbarton. Tomlinson in isolation plays it into the
Again,
box.
an easy
A free header. Manus
does well.
has done well this afternoon. Can he get it through?
Tries a shot. Oh, that's a
Off the
post.
post. Danny McManus denied by the woodwork.
Go on, Darren.
Still
Good
going
play.
with the ball. Chinks inside. Rise two challenges.
He's got Dolan's made a run.
BJ Cole. And Conor O'Donnell has his shot blocked at the near post. Now it's back out to Chris Johnson. The Dumbarton come again. Swung across the back of the box. And Faulkner unmarked at the back post. He's got O'Donnell and Lang up front. A lovely ball played to Darren Lang, well onside. But what can he do with this?
He's got Dolan
Here is James Dolan.
support in the box.
Oh my goodness! James Dolan has scored! 92 minutes on the clock.
What
and
a
James
goal.
Dolan has scored.
Fantastic goal. Out of nothing.
And that's just
James
what the
Dolan
doctor ordered, Martin.
Oh,
City came into this one on the back of a midweek cup win over Celtic B. They would go close to opening the scoring at Meadowbank, with Innes Lawson kept out by Mark McCallum. The chances kept on coming for Lawson early on. He was picked out by a low ball from Robbie Mann, but couldn't turn home. But Forfar would be handed a chance to make it 1-0 in the 29th minute, as referee Duncan Williams awarded a penalty kick for a foul on attacker Scott Shepherd. Midfielder Craig Slater took responsibility and slotted the ball home to give Forfar the lead. City though would battle back and go close to levelling things up before half-time. A long ball finding Mann, with McCallum making another big save. Into the second half, and Forfar's Shepherd would be shown a yellow card for a foul on 56 minutes. And with the attacker walking a tightrope, Forfar would be reduced to 10 men just 10 minutes later, with Shepherd penalised for a challenge on goalkeeper Mark Weir. With the man advantage in their favour, City would pile on the pressure late on and would win a penalty kick of their own on 81 minutes when Mann was fouled in the box. The Irishman stepped up to take the spot kick, but saw his effort beaten away by McCallum, who was determined to keep a clean sheet. But the home side kept on pushing and in the 84th minute would get the reward. Malik Zaid with a moment of magic, picking out the top corner and salvaging a point for his side. And finally, let's see how things are shaping up in William Hill League 2. Spartans lead the way following their big away win at Elgin City, while a win over East Kilbride moves Annan Athletic up to 7th place. That's all for this week. Join us next time for the Scottish Football Roundup.